This is a tweet from the Twitter account of MSNBC's The Today Show. According to them, they are, quote, America's favorite morning show, and according to actual TV ratings, they are not. From the tweet itself, quote, Democrat frontrunner Joe Biden raised eyebrows on the campaign trail after what appeared to be a slip of the tongue during a speech in Iowa. A 400-year-old turkey wearing a blue trash bag and a wig made of horsetails has the latest. But before we get to said latest courtesy of let's quickly address the propaganda already infecting this bullshit tweet. You see, Joe Biden didn't raise eyebrows with a slip of the tongue so much as he exploded liberal heads with a slip of the most racist thing a politician has said since back when Democrats didn't have to hide it. Understand that the propaganda you are about to watch isn't meant for you. It's meant for the deeply religious telecongregation of the locally broadcast morning mass of the unmatchably dogmatic Church of Liberalism. Today's sermon, delivered by what I imagine an ichthyosaur would look like if you mummified it, then let a 3-year-old do its makeup, very much needs to do some damage control on yet another publicity catastrophe for the former vice president, though at least this time he didn't make out with his own granddaughter. Wait, what?
Joe Biden, after a widely praised speech against the president 24 hours ago, is now facing a Trump campaign counterattack, them seizing on a few words on the campaign trail.
This is TMZ SNBC host Andrea Mitchell. If you went by the Twitter profile picture advertised by The Today Show, you'd think she was a reasonably attractive older woman with a simple, elegant sense of style. Unfortunately for the camera crew of Andrea Mitchell Reports, however, Andrea Mitchell actually looks like a sun-bleached husk of rhinoceros leather in a poncho. And just as she lies with her PR image, she has already lied, misled, or otherwise fake newsed 3 times in just the first 10 seconds of this clip.
After a widely praised speech.
1. Biden's speech wasn't highly praised. It was suddenly and highly visible on social media, and this was a big problem, and hence is why the propaganda you're now watching even exists in the first place. Highly praised speeches don't get their own special segments on national television trying to explain why they weren't so racist the speaker should drop out of the presidential race.
Against the president 24 hours ago is now facing a Trump campaign counterattack.
2. There is no Trump campaign counterattack because there was no attack against Trump. What there was an attack against is the fundamental American idea that all people are created equal by the racy gropist Joe Biden. What this decomposing scrotum is doing is attempting to incept the notion that Joe Biden somehow dunked on Trump while laying the linguistic groundwork for this somehow being some kind of attack by Trump.
Them seizing on a few words.
3. Case in point, seizing. If you didn't know, Democrats never make mistakes. Conservatives just seize on innocent gaffes that seem like mistakes. And that, 3 psychological primes in the first 10 seconds alone, is about as good an example you can hope for of just how much bullshit goes into a mainstream media fake news production. Anyway, you were gaslighting?
Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden has been unleashing scorching attacks against President Trump this week on race.
Don't you see, morons? Biden has been attacking Trump all week. Don't worry about why I'm saying this before I show you the actual clip, because it's definitely not to desperately control the fake narrative.
The former vice president accusing the president of being a racist who emboldens white supremacy.
Skip.
But it's Biden's bungling of his own remarks that's making headlines this morning. After a long day and night at the Iowa State Fair.
Now that we all know how mean Donald Trump is and how hard Joe Biden has been personally saving our lives from racism, it's also important to note that you should look at this PR photo while we mock your intelligence. Andrea Mitchell actually suggests with a straight face, if you don't count the skin folds anyway, that Joe Biden is racist because he was worn out from being petted by old white women with Alzheimer's.
Speaking to a group of predominantly Asian and Hispanic voters.
What we should do is we should challenge these students. We should challenge students in these schools to have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Holy shit.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Freud was right.
Just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it.
The Trump campaign quickly seizing on just the white kids comment. Rapid Response Director Andrew Clark tweeting out a video clip that notably did not include the full remarks, writing, "Yikes, have fun mitigating that one." It comes after this confrontation between Biden and a reporter from conservative outlet Breitbart. Biden fighting back after the reporter claimed, incorrectly, Biden had misquoted the president after Charlottesville.
But he said specifically that he was condemning them.
He did not. He said he walked out and he said,
Sir, we're going
let's get this straight. He said there were very fine people in both groups. They're chanting anti-Semitic slogans.
You're already doing that. Cool.
Carrying flags, but you're...
In a new Iowa Monmouth University poll, Biden still dominates the crowded Democratic field with 28%. But Elizabeth Warren is closing the gap at 19%, a 12-point gain for her since the last poll.
Guys. Who are we supposed to vote for if Biden goes down? That's it for today. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to see more of it, consider supporting this channel through monthly or one-time donations or by purchasing a shirt, mug, or the new Feels Good Man album, all of which can be done at johnwardcinematics.com. I'm going to start occasionally re-emphasizing the need for supporting this channel at the end of videos, hopefully as infrequently as possible. It seems through at least 2020, your favorite creators will be slowly squeezed off all major platforms. And while we can and have survived all bullshit legal attempts to deplatform us, there's not really a whole lot we can do about YouTube more or less turning off AdSense. Of course, if you've already supported this channel in some way, please disregard this addendum, but if you really do enjoy this content, then we really could use your help while we continue to explore ways to no longer need it. As always, thank you for watching. I'm John Ward, and until next time, remember, you're a world champion. Don't let your memes be dreams.